Here. We are obviously tracking XRP. Now, a lot of news about XRP, and anytime this market's making moves, you want to make money. This is very simple, and what we're seeing here is basically off the moves. And I want to go over when we call a signal. So if you are in our Discord and you get our signal calls and trades that I'm in, I post the trade and I post basically the buy and sells. So right here we have a very simple indicators that we use, and these indicators make life easy. They've been developed over a year and a half, and what they do is just tell us when to get in a market and when to get out of a market pull or into a trade. And as you can see here, I wanted to show you basically how we treat a market move, right? So let me get rid of this basic move here, and I want to show how we do this. So now that we have our 15-minute running and we get a buy signal on our 15 minutes. So let's say that you're watching this closely, you're realizing through your training and everything that we teach you, you realize your RSI is starting to climb, you're starting to see the movement happen, and you go above your moving average right here, and you say, okay, this is about where I'm going to be looking for a buy signal. As it moves forward, you get a little bit of a pullback, right? This is why the buy signal didn't exist here, is because there's always a pullback. Once that pullback happened, then it started to climb and it gained a solid momentum, and that's where we see right here our buy signal pop in. And at the top of that candle, you can basically go right here. Let's say you missed the obvious entry and you weren't paying attention, then you got in right at this level here. So this level here is 48.2, right? Now we also teach futures and margins on how to get a 10x, 20x on your money, so this way you're getting in a good percentage. For instance, right here, here's an example of a coin that we're in right here, and as you can see right here, this is a very simple play, and this is just showing leverage. And following that same play, that entry I'm about to show you, we have a 50% gain, which means that it's moved a percent, because right here we're running actually a 50x. Now I don't recommend anybody running a 50x margin or future play. That's simply because unless you know what you're doing, you probably don't want to do that. But that's for experienced people. What we recommend all the time is running a 10 and a 20, keeping it safe, simple, and always setting your stop losses. But this one move here has already moved 1%, which means we have our 54%. Now let me show you how you get to how to set yourself up to where you understand what your percentages should be and actually where you should take profit. So let's say you're running a 10%, a 10x, a margin 10 or a margin 20. So now we have our entry, right? Our entry is, we get in at 48.20. All you simply do is slide over here. It does all the work for you. People don't understand, like, where do I get the numbers? You click right here on your long, on your positions. You're going to see the long position we're going up, and this is for short position. Simply click on your long position, and wherever you got in on that particular price, just click, and then go up here, hit the little star so that you can grab and move your thing. And what you'll see right here is the actual percentages for your coin, which means to get a 1% move, all you have to do from your entry is hit this level of 48.7. Now, why this is important is because this level here, basically this 1% level, what it did for you from here to here, it allows you to take your profits, right? So you want to take about 50% profits at the 1% level. And what that means is that you're making a 1% move, but it's worth 10% your money. So let's say you have $100, and that 1% move, instead of it being $1, it is worth $10, right? Nice little move. And if you think about it, after fees and all the other stuff, it's 66%, so it's a $6 move, which really isn't nothing. But if you're doing 10 of these trades, a day, that's $60. It's not a bad day if you're just if you only have $100, $60 a day. That's what most people make at work. And then you will have the days and the trades that actually give you the 2%, like you see here. And you see that little 2% margin right there, right? So, and it hit that right there. So that means that we made 6% plus 6%, so we're at 12%, and that's on a basic 10x margin. That's with no real stress, completely safe, a very safe trade. Now we trade on 20 plus, right? 20x, which means this is a 24% win, which means we took home on just $100. We took home $24, and that's profit, because the 20x gave us actually on this 2% move, it gave us a $40 win, except after fees and paying off the exchanges for borrowing the money, it gave us 24%, which is literally $24 on 100. We normally teach and train everyone, once they learn these basics and how to use our indicators, the buy and sell, to move up to $1,000 range. And that's just by doing 10, 15 trades and earning the money to 1,000, and then they use 1,000. So this means this trade right here was worth $120, and then it ended up spiking up and getting at $240. And that's one trade. Now imagine doing these 10 a week, $2,400. But that's how you put in your trade, lock in your leverage, and see where your price is. Always lock in the price here. And what I do is I always take 50% of my trade at the 1%. Then I move my stop loss, right? Now the cool thing about the stop loss is you always want to be with your buy signal. You only have to bring your stop loss down to about 0.3. I like to run it at about 0.5%, and that's pretty much it. That's kind of high actually, but I mean, the good thing about these buy signals, running them on there, is that they don't really like retract. They kind of stay in a really good position, so you can always be set up well. Let me check on that. That's running fine. So normally on here, you just only want to run a 0.3 or 0.3 to 0.5, but 0.3 is all you really need. Now, what I want to really talk about is once you hit your 1% profit, you need to move your stop loss up to your entry fee. So that way, if the coin does go the opposite direction, it stops loss and targets you out at the entry price that you had entered. Now, when you move that next price target and you get to that 2%, this is where you're going to take another 50% profits. I recommend taking 100% profits. But what you can do if you want to kind of run it out is simply move your stop loss up, meaning that you would now move your stop loss up to your 1% mark, which is right here at 48.7, and pull this up. And then a lot of times what I like to do here, so you see right here your 1%, that's your new stop loss right there. You see? 1% right there. Now, I don't know how much more you want to take, but the way I do it is that once I hit my 2%, I go to my 1% stop loss. And then if it starts to move up again, every 0.5%, I move my stop loss up 0.5%, and I keep going up until it stops out, and that's where I call it. But a lot of times, guys, to be honest with you, because I am running a 20x or 30x, once I hit that 2%, I pretty much just take that money. Because the ideal here is not to become rich on one trade. The ideal is to collect the 20%, the 24%, the 2% move, 24% on every trade. And if I make 5 of those trades, well, I've easily doubled my money with some spare change. And 5 trades, a day. That means we're making $1,000 a day or whatever our bag that we're trading with. So that's how I trade. I just take my profits and then I just move on to the next trade. But that is how you set up your indicators to tell you when to take profits and where to set your stop loss, etc. Hope this helps, guys. Other than that, good luck. God bless. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the share the thread, and don't forget to hit the follow button.